Hey Robert, how you doing? All right, so um, just reading through your writing here. Okay, good job. Let's jump right over to the final logos. All right, we'll take a look at each one individually. I think that your ideas are good. I think they have a good amount of encoded meaning that you're kind of making this connection between the security of the shield itself and the knight and how that associates with your client. So I think in that respect, I think you've done a good job encoding meaning into the logos. Now, as far as execution goes, there's a couple of comments I have. I think right here, the back of the knight helmet, it's not very smooth. Right now, there's a corner point right there, another corner point right there. So let's smooth that out so it looks more like it's natural as opposed to kind of this kind of jagged form of lines. The other thing is I think that we just don't have quite enough contrast right here. This is going to get lost at a distance because there's not enough contrast between the kind of plume of feather in the knight's helmet and the background blue for the shield. So I would recommend increasing the contrast on that portion of the logo itself. Let's jump to the second logo. Now this one's interesting. I think it's a really good idea. There's a couple of things I would recommend, though. The one thing I would recommend in both of your shields, see how pointy that is right there? A lot of times in visual communication, a point has to do with something that could be depicted as pain or uncomfort. So in logo design, we really don't want to have these like really super jagged points, unless, of course, maybe you're designing a logo for a knife company or something like that. You see what I'm saying? But for a security company, this could be kind of received in a negative way because of that point indicates, as I said, pain or uncomfort or discomfort. So we want our client to be very comfortable, even in the way that they look and depict our logo. So at that point, I would recommend that we smooth that out right there. Also smooth that out so it's not just straight. I would go with kind of a rounded point on each of these 3 points. And that's fine at the bottom. I think that's fine. It's not so jagged and sharp and noticeable as it is up here. The other thing is the background itself. Now you said you've indicated that you wanted to add these kind of circuit boards on the background, and I get that. I understand the meaning behind that. However, right now the way it stands is some of these are going off the page, so we really don't know where the logo ends. And my question is the green background part of logo? Is the logo this big square itself, or is this just a green background? You see what I'm saying? If it's the square logo and the green background is part of it, then it makes sense. But I would recommend that you remove the green background and finish these off so they have that circular end so that this is a standalone logo. It can be placed on different things without the interference of that green background. I hope that makes sense. So this would all be grouped as one, and you could place it on any background. You see what I'm saying? As opposed to being confined with this big rectangle for the shape and size of the logo. Hope that makes sense. All right. Other than that, I think it was a good job, good execution, nice concept development, and we're looking great. So if you have any questions at all or you need further clarification, please let me know. Thank you. Oh, one thing I do want to mention is start to think about how you'll add the name here. So eventually you want to add your client's name. So would it be next to this, so Guardian Security in like a long banner, or would the mark be here and the Guardian Security name be underneath it? So start thinking of the final configuration. You've done a great job establishing your brand marks, but at this point, let's go ahead and think about your final configuration. Now, the only thing that's due for this assignment, of course, is the final marks. So, but moving forward, as we develop through the class, I want you to start thinking about how you will add the rest of the information to the logo. All right, fantastic. Any questions, comments at all, please let me know. Thank you.